You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, ready to check out the next Easy Bake Oven in my collection. You have never seen this one before, so it's an exciting day. I get to show you the oven and then bake 2 recipes in it for you. Now this one is from 1971, but if you look at it, it looks almost exactly like the 1976 oven, but this one did not use a pan pusher, had a little different leg on the bottom of it, but it has a special dial. This one here, I'll show you, turns. Now it's not a timer, but it gives you the time of 3 or 4 different Easy Bake recipes or mixes that you would have used in this oven. Okay, let's check out the top. Now, it came in 2 colors. I have the green. It's like a very nice lime or mint green. Very light. And then, let's see. Now, this oven came with 3 mixes, 3 pans, and then the cookbook. Now, the mixes, if you look to the far right, look like this. So, I do have one from 1971, which I'm going to make today. Now, I don't have the frosting that came with this, so I'm just going to make the cake side. But there's a recipe book in here with recipes that I have never seen before for Easy Bake, so I'm going to make one of those for you today. All right, so when I come back, let's get this out of the box and check it out. All right, here we go. Now it came with the 3 trays, the booklet, and then mixes like this, but I didn't have them in the original box. And then let me do, let me move these out of the way. We've seen these kinds of trays before. They really just slide in down like a little track there, and then they go all the way through. You push this one with the next one until they get into the warming chamber. Let me move the booklet. I will show that in just a second. Now the oven, here is the one side. So this is where the trays are going in. There's like a little ledge they sit on. And then I will show you the back of this oven. Now I've got new bulbs in there. And then this side, this is kind of like the burners on the top, and then you've got little shelves to store things in, and then the trays eventually will come out of this side, and they just kind of come out of the warming area. Now a close-up of the dial in the front I think is imperative, so you can kind of see what's going on. Now when I turn this, it's hard to read. You have to, actually I'll probably just zoom into that. Let me do that. Let me come back. Let me get a nice shot of that real tight, and then I will show you how that dial works. But as you can see, when I turn this, this is moving down there. Do you see what it says? No, you don't. So let me try to get you a better shot. All right, really cool. I think the coloring on this oven is pretty neat with the little flower pattern here. You got Easy Bake Oven by Kenner, and then this striped color section here. Now watch. When I turn this knob, in the right direction. So first it says gingerbread, about 14 minutes. And then it says drop cookies, about 10 minutes. Brownies, about 12 minutes. Cakes, about 14 minutes. I think that's it. So that's how you would know how long to bake. Now the other knob does not do anything. It just spins freely, but it does not control anything. All right, so what are we going to make? Let's come back and check out the Easy Bake White Cake Mix. Okay, here we go. Let's check out this Easy Bake Mix. Now I have an older Easy Bake bowl, which would have actually been one of the bowls that came with the earlier sets. And then I'll show you the booklet soon. I just want to get through this here, get this in the oven so that I can talk to you while that's baking. Now, very simple. You're just going to grease and flour the pan. So let's do that. I'll just put a little bit on here. Okay, yeah. I'll use what I normally use, my finger. It's just easier. Okay. Exciting to do stuff that I have never done before on video. Let me get a little flour in here. Okay, get all the edges. Very nice. Okay, that's set. Now this calls for, here, well, I'll show you the back of the box. You can take a look. This is contents of packet in the mixing bowl. Add 3 teaspoons of water. Mix with spatula or spoon until batter is smooth. Okay, so preheating, which we're doing. And then pour mix in the greased and flour pan. Now, I have no idea. My guess is that it's no longer white, but part of these experimenting videos is for me to just do that. I'm going to experiment with old mixes. So So today you're going to get an old mix, plus you're going to get a mix from scratch. It looks somewhat white. And it doesn't smell too bad. That's a plus. Okay, so 3 teaspoons. Here we go. 1, 2. I'll have to mix this one pretty good to get all of the bigger pieces mixed in. Well, is anybody finding these older mixes interesting? I know a few people have commented. Or you like seeing the newer mixes. I have both. I'm going to... the last video, I think I showed you my spreadsheets. My spreadsheet of all the mixes I have done. I slightly had duplicated one in the last video, so... keeps me on check when I do stuff like that. I have to... I mean, that spreadsheet was kind of a recent incarnation, so I've gone over it a few times now. I've actually added a bunch to it. Okay, I'm gonna come back now and pour this in. I want to work on this just a little bit more. I will be right back. Okay, here we go. Now I did work on this a little bit here, so I broke down all the chunks, that little pieces. Okay. Let's get this in. Now, these are really for experimentation. I'm not recommending any of you go out there and buy old Easy Bake mixes to eat them. I usually give them a little bite just for fun. I don't finish those, not like I would if it was a fresh scratch mix, so there you go. That one looks to be good and ready to go in. All right, let's put this one in. Hopefully we get a nice cake out of this. I'll be back. All right, so the little dial here for the cake says 14 minutes, but the box says 12. I think I'm going to do 14 after the last cake. I think it needs a little bit more time. All right, so I'll see if I can set this up so you can watch it bake like I did the last one, and then I will push it out when it's ready. All right, from this perspective, I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to show you now as I push that pan through. An empty pan will take its place. All right, so when that one's cooled down, I will come back, we'll check it out, and then start the next recipe. All right, here is the cake. About to show you the recipe book, and I had a feeling it was going to turn out like this, so I'm glad I didn't make a frosting. There is my cake. It is a little brown around the edges. Probably could have used a little bit longer time, but overall, from 1971, did you expect anything else? All right, here we go. I can't say that I'm surprised, but that's how my 1971 cake turned out. Let me get it in the plate. Now, overall, I wasn't expecting too much, and look, it's not even stuck. It's ready to just plop down. It's more like a flat disc. And that's one reason why I didn't frost that one. I had a feeling based on previous recipes that's what would happen. But I needed to go move on. I'll check into that a little bit more later. I don't want to bite into it just yet. All right, here we go. Easy Bake Oven Cookbook, 1971. So here explains the oven, explains that dial, the see-through window, and then how to take the back off to get to the light bulbs. Let's bake. And then they have all these Easy Bake directions for Easy Bake mixes. So this is kind of how I'm gathering what was available at the time. Now these are the Betty Crocker mixes. So there was 2 kinds of mixes at the time. And then Bake Along with Mother. So they give you stuff that you can use, bake in your oven from what Mom is making. And here are the recipes to make. Peach upside down cake, baked apple, oatmeal fruit bars, bread pudding. That's where I'm stopping. That one really caught my attention, so that's what I'm going to do. You kind of see the bread in the background. Snow mounds, peanut butter fudge, so I'm documenting all of those. And then here are all the mixes that were available. So this is a nice little guide to gathering mixes. All right, as you can see, look at all the stuff in the background. So let's go over it real quick. That needed milk, sugar, egg, 4 slices of bread, white bread, and this is going in all 3 trays, so I'll need to spray those. I was going to use cooking spray on these instead of butter. So let me do that, and then I can get these off to the side. I hold this away from my camera because I don't want this to get anywhere near my camera lens. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so those are set. And then the first thing, I'm going to test this bowl. It says, break bread into small pieces, 4 slices of bread. Now I'm going to leave the crust on, but I decided that, well, this actually is going to fill all 3 pans. That's why it's so much in a big mix. I think it'll fit. I wonder if I can just rip up 2 or 3 at a time. Now I know some people probably take the crust off, but I'm going to leave it on. It doesn't say decrust. Now we're speed braking. Probably chop it up on a board too. It's going to be tight, but I think I could do it. I'm going to go probably break, once it gets wet, you know, it'll break down. I've actually never made this as just a recipe. So now to do it for Easy Bake will be interesting to see how this turns out. Okay, that step is done. But I wasn't 100% set. I just jumped right into this because I want to get going here, just because, I don't know, looked like a fun one to do. So I might break this up a little bit more, come back now, get my ingredients in line and measured out, and then we will continue on. Okay, here we go. I was able to kind of just reposition everything, get set here. Now it requires 1 egg. It just basically says mix all ingredients in a bowl, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, 1/2 cup of milk. That should definitely flatten it down. Quarter teaspoon of vanilla. Four tablespoons of sugar. Wow. Very interesting looking creation. Now I've never, like I said, made it before, so I don't know if that's normal or not. I really don't know. Okay, then mix together. Here we go. Oh yes, it looks quite mushy now. Have you had bread pudding before? Has anybody ever made this in their Easy Bake oven? Oh, I see now. It's like a goopy mess. Now it said when you put it in the pans and you put more milk on top and a little bit more butter. Look at that. Okay. I would say that's pretty well mixed. Let's get this in the pans and continue on with the process. Alright, so there was an option to put raisins in. I left that out, and I still need to now get this to here. And it says put it in each of the pans half full, and press it down Which, you know, these are pretty shallow to begin with, so my guess is that this is going to make more than 3 pans. So maybe you just got to keep baking. Maybe 6 pans altogether. I don't know. I've never done it before. Okay. Oven has been heating up in the background, by the way. That's why it gave me a chance to take that break. Yeah, I think this is enough for at least 3. 3 more. Okay. Then it said, it's not done. Okay. Fill pans half full and press down, which I did. And now, add 1 teaspoon of milk, okay, to the top. And a 1/4 teaspoon of butter. Now that's just a tiny amount, and it's just put it on the top, so I'll just do that. Okay. It's off to the oven. Let's put one in. All right, here we go. I will show just one baking, and it takes 20 to 25 minutes, it said. It also said that, okay, first one is in, that this makes 3 puddings, but as you can see, with all that extra, I think it makes 6. Probably would have been better with just 2 slices of bread and cut everything in half. But let's watch it bake and we'll see what happens. All right, I have about 10 seconds left, so I thought it'd be a good time to stop my timer. Boy, is that bubbling really nice. All right, in goes the second tray, but from here on out, I won't show any more baking, so we've seen that. The next time you'll see me is taking the first one out of the oven. There you go. There is number 2. It puffed up really nice on the first one, so see you when it's ready to come out. All right, now actually I have not put in the third tray, but before this one gets too cool, I would like to take it out, look at it, and taste this one. I think it's okay to touch. It's got nice brown on the top edge and the bottom. You will see in just a second. I took a look at it just to see where it was. So if I lift this up, you will see the bottom edge. Nice brown along that edge. So let's get this to my plate. Bread pudding. I don't even know what that's supposed to look like, but there you go. Actually, that's not too bad. So there's my 2 products for today. Now, I had a feeling that my cake would not turn out too good, but you know, like I say, I always try it, right? So I will crack off a piece of that. It kind of looks like the fudge I had the other day. Let me just tear a piece off of that cake. Let me sniff it first. It doesn't smell too bad. There it is, a nice thin. Well, the taste is not horrid, that's for sure. I've tasted worse things that were new, so being from 1971, I have to say, it's okay. But don't do this at home, that's for sure. All right, this, though, when it was baking, smelled great. And it was much more puffy originally. I don't even know how to cut this. Oh, I didn't get anything to drink. Looks like I'm just going to have to eat it as is. I'll eat it like a piece of pizza pie. It's very buttery and you can smell it. Maybe the raisins would have been good in there. So it's still very moist. It's squishy with a little crispiness on the edge. Now that one is really good. All right. So there you go. It was a 2-for video in 1. That was the 1971 Easy Bake Oven. I still have more to go. And that one's really tasty. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I had fun making it. If you can, go to that description, click on that playlist, sit back and enjoy all the Easy Bake Oven videos through history. And thanks for supporting the channel and sharing on social media. And if you can, give that video a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Later. If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.